Good evening, my non-existent viewers. How's everyone doing tonight? I am about to jump into the theater and see Garfield, the latest animated film starring Chris Pratt as a titular iconic orange cartoon cat Garfield. But before we do so, I have two special announcements to make. I'm recording this on Tuesday the 28th. It's a lovely discount Tuesday, and I feel like this coming Saturday, June 1st, and the Saturday after that, June 7th. June 7th is my boy Daily Rack TV's birthday. Stay tuned for two very exciting videos on my channel for those two respective dates. On Daily Rack's TV, as his little birthday present, I'm going to be making a video that's reviewing both a classic film, a classic movie review. I haven't done one of those. I only really do older movie reviews as a here and there sort of thing for particular occasions, right? That video is going to be both a classic movie review as well as my first book review, or sort of my first impressions of a book that I plan on purchasing and starting to read soon. I'll explain more in the video, of course, but I've been really determined to just read more this summer, read more actual books, preferably graphic novels and picture books and stuff like that. But doing more book reviews on my channel, because I feel like it'd be about time to put my English degree to more use, so to speak. As well as, per my boy's request, Daily Reacts TV, shout out to you, man. Happy early birthday. I'm very excited to make this video for you, dude. He wanted me to review a particular classic film, so yeah. I'm gonna keep what book I'll be reviewing a surprise, but I'll give you a little hint. They're both from the same franchise. And second of all, this coming Saturday, June 1st, as I've been determined to do on a monthly basis on the first day of every month, is make schizo rambling videos, right? I'm going to make a portion of that schizo rambling a miniature Q&A session, because this coming June 1st is going to mark what would have been my 3-year anniversary of working at my old Dogtopia in Fort Collins. I'm wearing my Dogtopia bandana right now, by the way. I just got off my PM shift, my new Dogtopia. So I was at that Dogtopia for 14 months. I've been at this one here in New Jersey since October, and I worked briefly at a pet resort in Colorado right before I left for my internship at the Utica Zoo, which, by the way, my anniversary, my first day interning at that place, is almost coming up soon on May 30th, so might do a special video about that as well. We'll see how things play out, I guess. But yeah, with all that being, if anyone has any questions about me and my experience working with dogs and cats at any of those 3 places I just mentioned, or any dog-related questions, feel free to ask me in the comments down below, or in my latest community tab, what I posted last night. Now, obviously, I usually don't look at critical receptions before walking into movies, but I've heard that Garfield has gotten not so great reviews, which, I've been kind of having mixed, slightly, positive expectations. I love Chris Pratt. He's one of my favorite actors. I've always had a big respect for classic cartoon characters like Garfield, and also someone who Danny and Shane and Joe and I knew from high school. Her name is Kiki. She is one of the executive producers for this film, so regardless of how the film turns out, whether it's great, garbage, anywhere in between, Kiki, if you're watching this video right now, I'm so proud of you. But yeah, with all that being said, let's go see Garfield. Okay, so I just got back from the movie, and it's 12:30 at night. I'm gonna do my best to breeze through the actual review portion of this video, because this film's pacing breezes through its runtime, seriously. This film is an hour and 41 minutes, and it only feels like 60 minutes. The biggest issue that I had with Garfield, I know there's quite a split between the critical reception and the audience score. I'm a little more on the audience's side than the critic side, but this film's pacing, it cuts to the chase way too fast. You guys saw in the trailer how Garfield, as a kitten, he meets his owner John, who's voiced by Nicholas Hoult in this movie, and how he grows up in this house with Odie the dog, and he's eating loads of lasagna and pizza, and then he eats he meets, not eats, his dad, voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, and then they go on an adventure together. Yeah, this film cuts to that whole plot point way too fast. I was just oh my goodness, guys, can we just slow down? I get it. It's based on a classic cartoon, and cartoons are, known for being zany and over the top and silly in its nature, and that's great and all, but you could have just dialed down a couple notches, because This film will like whack you in the face with slapstick comedy. Again, you guys saw this in the trailer, like, the Vic, Garfield's dad in this movie shows him like how to jump out of trains, and like he's being launched out of trees, and they go on a heist and stuff like that. And it's just like, can we just slow down a little bit? Because like, on one hand, I don't mind the voice cast in this film. I thought everyone did fine just the way they were. Like, I understand like why people are getting kind of sick of Chris Pratt voicing everything nowadays. I don't have a problem with Chris Pratt as Garfield. Neither do I have a problem with Samuel L. Jackson as Vic, or Nicholas Hoult as John, or any other actors for the various characters in this film. And there are some, like, I at least have found that there are, like, some pretty sincere, like, moments between the characters, especially the more father and son moments with Vic and Garfield, respectively. I feel like everything Garfield does do right. The animation is great. It's bright, it's colorful. Again, for the aesthetic they were going for, they really wanted to make it look like it was, inspired from like the original Garfield cartoons. That's great. They did that well. And again, I find that everything that Garfield does do well, like a lot of other animated films just do better nowadays. And just keeping it real. But, for all that it's worth, I don't think this film is really as bad as the critics are making it out to be. And so I'm giving it like a 5 out of 9 stars. It's like a potato chip film. Like, you guys ever eat like a bag of like Lay's potato chips and you eat it like the span of like 30 seconds? Yeah, that's kind of what Garfield is. It's like it's an hour and 41 minutes. It feels way faster than that, and there's really not much substance from it, but you still enjoy it in a moment. That's my takeaway from it, at least. Alright, so like I said at the start of this video, please stay tuned for those upcoming videos I have planned for you guys. And have you seen Garfield? Let me know in a comment, did you like it? Did you love it, hate it, dislike it, thought it was okay, whatever else? Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to this channel, please. My name is TV9. You guys have a good night. Stay beastly.